Well, hello, I'm Roger Graham. I'm the founder and CEO of Orana Software, and today I wanted to introduce you to Orana Stay. And simply put, Orana Stay is a digital guest experience app for your hotel, motel, inn, resort, or vacation rental. The whole purpose of Orana Stay is to really engage with your guests and actually drive additional revenue for your business. And the way we do that is on multiple fronts. The first thing we understand as an owner of a hotel or motel or any of the accommodation types is how valuable your time is. And like every business, time is money. And the whole purpose of the digital experience app from a guest perspective is to really answer all those day-to-day questions that you currently do at the moment that really take up a lot of your time. It gives you back your time to really focus on those tasks that are critical to your business and actually go out and even find new business. But that's from the guest point of view. From your business point of view, there's a completely different aspect to the digital guide, and that's to try and monetize it. Now, monetization comes in different forms. There's tangible and intangible. The first intangible one is the time saving from your point of view. And at Orana, we have a kind of a motto where we say integrate, automate, and innovate. And really what we want to do is we want to create the digital guides as quickly and easily as possible. What we do at Orana is we look at ways to integrate with your booking software. We look at artificial intelligence to a certain extent, and we combine these together to actually create a smart guide that'll actually create and update itself. We also have smarts in the system that allow us to show content depending on certain variations. For example, if it's winter, don't show summer activities. If it's summer, don't show winter activities, and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot we can do with a guide. The other side of the monetization is the fact that you can actually encourage guests to book direct. And this obviously cuts out the OTA fees, which is a saving on yourselves. One of the interesting aspects we found in rolling out the digital guides to customers was also the stay extensions. And the reason for that is because we encourage people to send the guide to the guests literally after booking. What we found is they discovered there was more in the area than they were aware of, and therefore they wanted to stay an extra night or 2 nights to actually go and see these activities while they were there. The third aspect is obviously the shopping cart technology. You can actually showcase and sell items to your guests. That might be champagne on arrival, or it might be upsells. The list is endless. But again, this starts to monetize the app. The fourth aspect, which is, I believe, is probably the most critical, is the on-sells, and that's around events and activities. And we've got a couple of partners that we partner with that allow us to plug that into your app for the guests. And basically you'll earn revenue on every single person that books through the app. The other aspect of the app is to really showcase your brand. We really focus on social media, and one of the aspects is that we want to be able to showcase and build the brand out of your app. And the way we do that, not only do we get the property information from booking software, but we also get the reservation data. And this allows guests to log in and log off. It's down to room level, so you can really showcase rooms. And because it's a marketing app, we encourage people to interact with your business. For example, our communications suite will be able to send them notifications. You also store in their emails and phone numbers in the back end, allowing you to also communicate down the track. What I'm going to do now is just going to give you a very brief intro into the Orana Stay app. We do have 3 looks to the app. We have our what we call our classic look, which I'm showing on the screen now. We have our vibrant look. And we also have our events look, which is optional to obviously have the events on it. It's more of a button interaction. And again, the choice is yours as to which one you want to use. And if none of those suit, we can actually design a new one for you as well. Okay, so without further ado, I'm actually going to show you some of the guides. I'm going to show you 2 guides just so you get an idea of the variations, because both of them have different aspects in it. You should be able to see my phone now. So the first guide I'm going to show you is a project we're currently working on at the moment, which is around the Oceanside area in California. The guide I'm showing you is our events look, but they haven't brought the events in yet. We're still working on getting that in. So you'll see that the splash screen, etc., can really showcase your brand. We can do a lot when it comes to the look and the feel, and it can really showcase who you are. The way the guide's laid out is at the top we have what we call our information bar. So information bar is really around languages. So one of the key aspects of our software is we translate automatically into 106 different languages from English. And if I show it to you here, for example, if I just go to the guide and we change that to Spanish, what that'll do, it'll translate that in real time into Spanish. Now my Spanish is really terrible, so we will be going back to English. And we're back to normal. Next to that is what we call the weather button. So what that really does, that showcases the local weather where the guest is traveling. In other words, your location of your hotel, inn, or whatever the case may be. We also have Google Maps built into it with the Get Directions button. This isn't just for your accommodation. For example, if a guest goes and looks at a restaurant and clicks on the address, it'll show them the restaurant on the map, and the get directions will actually take them to the restaurant. So again, it's very easy for guests to interact and move around the app. We also have information, for example, like the phone, the email, and the website. Again, everything's optional in the guide. The colors, the look, the feel, the information, it's all up to you. We don't really decide that. It's your decision. We'll go back here, and this is just a mock-up at the moment. These are the buttons that the guests would see. So for example, let's say they wanted places to eat. I simply just tap on the button, and what that'll do, brings up a blurb. You can actually showcase your own restaurants if you want. And then in this case, we've connected it through to Yelp. And what Yelp has now done is it's showing me the restaurants in the local area for us to visit. So what I can actually do, if I click on get directions now, that'll actually show me the location of that restaurant, and if I hit get directions, it'll show me how to actually get there. Likewise, you also do that with things to do and see, so attractions. So you can go and it'll automatically populate from Yelp all the attractions. And we have two options when it comes to events. We can either use the Yelp local events, which is, as you can see here, there's a whole lot of stuff coming up. Or we also have another partner we work with that actually will showcase local events in your area, really customize it down to a very granular level. Information on the property, we can include images in the guides, we can include videos from YouTube or Vimeo, whatever the case may be. And you can also have further trek downs into the guide as well. So a lot of this information, as I said, we want to use what you're already holding in your booking software, and also use OpenAI to actually generate a lot of that content. And when we do that, we actually automate the system to generate that every couple of weeks again, because one of the advantages of AI is that it learns over time. I'm not a big fan of the AI that talks to guests and takes away that personal interaction. I don't think that's really the greatest idea, because you can tell straight away when it's AI. But where we can really use AI is to populate the content around the area. So things to do, places to eat, items based on seasons, seasonal activities, etc. One of the biggest requests from guests when they arrive at any place is, what's the Wi-Fi details? There is an obsession with tech at the moment. One thing I would like to bring up at this point is that what we're finding generally across over time is that people aren't reading emails anymore. They're reading SMSs. But one thing is, everyone always reads, and you have to just hop on a train or a bus or anywhere really, you'll see everyone sitting head down looking at their phones. And what this really does is it allows you to get that information to your guests knowing they're actually going to read it. And this is one of the fundamental differences. People don't read emails anymore. They don't even read paper much anymore either, and admittedly I'm guilty of that as well. The aspect, how do you get this to your guests? Yes, the first aspect is via email, but we are preferencing SMS over that now, where we'll actually send an SMS to the guests and say, we look forward to welcoming you to your hotel, install our app here. Very quick, very simple, but it gets results. As I mentioned earlier, we also really focus on social media. So what you really want to be doing is pushing your guests to your social media pages, and the reason for that is you want them to talk about you, and when they do that, it tells their friends, their family and their colleagues about your accommodation and raises your social profile, which means you'll get more bookings and you'll get happier guests, and that obviously all leads to extra monetization. One of the unique aspects of Orana Stay is what we call our call to action button. So what our call to action button really wants the guests to interact with the app to achieve something. It might be that you've got an arrangement with a local restaurant, maybe you've got an arrangement with local activities, or you just want to push them back to your booking site. Whatever that might be, they can come in here, click on the button, and because of the tracking we can put in behind the scenes, you can then monetize that down the track. That's a very brief intro of this guide. What I am going to do quickly though is just show you a different variation. So we'll just bring that up. As you can see here, the colors are different, and the guide, this is actually using our Vivid guide look. But there's two other aspects here that I really just wanted to touch on, so I won't go through the stuff we discussed earlier. What I would just point out at the top, there is a shopping cart option in the app. So this really allows guests to purchase items through the app, and depending on what your booking software can support, we can actually push those purchases back to the booking software, or we can do the purchases through Stripe and then notify you either via our dashboard or via email, etc. So the shopping cart's quite handy. The other thing we have is a showcase page. This is really showcasing images. It might be that your hotel runs events. Maybe you want to showcase local events either at the hotel or in the local area, etc. And really bring it together as a community. And this really allows you to do that within the app. So that's a very brief intro. I try not to get into too depth because I know time's valuable. I know how busy everyone is. please feel free to reach out to myself or my team. We're always here to help and discuss and really guide you, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you for your time.